earlier this hour, but I was talking about you coming on into the studio, and I said, I don't know if the best kept secret is a right way to phrase it, but everything that the ADM board does, I don't know if enough people know the people you serve, the families you take care of, and the services that are offered. Now, this is a big fall for you guys with the ballot coming up in November, but I thought with you, Executive Director, that we could start right there as, you know, I know we're going to go piece by piece in some questions here, but you guys serve a whole lot of people in so many ways.
Well, we are the best kept secret because we don't provide direct services. We fund about 30 agencies that provide services and supports for people in Summit County. And those services and supports address mental health, addiction, prevention services, and recovery support services like housing and employment services. So these services cover a broad swath of problems and a broad swath of issues in our community to try to keep our community healthy and safe.
Jerry, talk a little bit about the ADM board. As you mentioned, there's so much there that you guys take care of. When you guys get this working machine going of helping out Summit County, talk about how this all works and the funding that is needed to make it work properly.
Well, we're lucky because we get about 77% of our funding from a local tax levy, which is incidentally on the ballot this November. And so we enjoy the support of our local community, and that allows us to fund supports and services for people across the community. Our focus is not only on funding services and supports, though, it's really on making sure that our system is responsive to the needs of the people who need those types of services, that all of our agencies work in concert with one another to create a system of care.
ADM board, talk about some of those services.
Well, some of those services include prevention services that address young people in preschool. We do maternal health screenings to make sure that mothers are, depression screening actually, to make sure that mothers are in the best position to provide healthy start for their babies. We have prevention services in the schools. We cover 152 different schools, or 125 different schools. I have that backwards. 125 schools in Summit County. We have treatment services to address crises. We have our ADM Crisis Center. On one side, we have mental health. On the other side, we have addiction services, including detoxification, drop-in services. And those two programs work closely together to make sure that if somebody presents with both a mental health and an addiction issue, that there's a good coordination of services between those two entities.
Jerry Craig with us, Executive Director, ADM Board. Jerry, I'm going to come back to you in a couple of minutes. I want to talk about the levy, its importance, and we can lay it out for the folks in Summit County. I want to bring in Giselle Jones right now with Vantage Aging and one of the services, again, through the ADM Board umbrella. Giselle, thanks for coming into the studio with us this morning. Talk a little bit about Vantage Aging for us and what you guys do.
Good morning, Ray. Vantage Aging is an organization that works with older adults. We provide a lot of services, but the ADM Board focuses on our mental health and alcohol and drug treatment services that we have in behavioral health.
So explain that a little bit on how you take care of them. What are some of the different ways?
We are able to provide individual counseling as well as group counseling for those older adults that are suffering from depression, anxiety. A lot of our older adults have grief reactions because of the many losses that they experience as they age. And our department is able to provide some support and help for them through that aging process. We also have alcohol and drug treatment services, and within those services we have an intensive outpatient treatment program which actually allows older adults to come in 4 days a week for 8 weeks to get educated about their alcohol and drug usage and to learn to be abstinent. We provide follow-up support services for them, as well as individual services for them so that they can be abstinent-free.
Giselle Jones, Vantage Aging, and a lot is under that behavioral health, isn't it, with you guys?
Yes, there is a lot under behavioral health. We also provide prevention services, so we actually go out into the community where seniors live and provide outreach. We have one program called our Brown Bag Program, and this program actually helps seniors to look at all of their medications and be able to learn some advocating skills so that they can go to their doctors and learn how to get off of some of these medications medications. Many times, seniors are over-medicated, and they need assistance on how they can talk to their doctors and get some relief from that. And that's what that program provides.
And how do people get a hold of you in these times of need? Are they sent to you from doctors, administrators, family, all the above? How's that work?
All of the above. We get referrals from everyone, including the court system, family, friends, doctors, physicians. Our referrals come from all over the city and county.
Giselle Jones, Vantage Aging, and again, one of the services from the ADM Board. We're 6:48. Want to get you traffic and weather right now on the 8th. Stephanie darting back in here. She has an update on traffic.
Traffic is moving a bit slow on Route 8 northbound between Graham and 303 in that construction zone.